happening, man? What's good? It's your boy Darryl Blalock. We're back with Stop, Drop, and Listen. And I'm with who?
Big Joe Rosati, man. We're about ready to start off 2023 with the banger.
Big Joe Rosati, man. We just back with a banger, man.
How was your New Year's, man?
It was exciting.
Was it?
Very.
What'd you do?
Get stuck in the rain on the 405. Man, it was a monsoon out here. And listen, it never rains like this in California.
No.
It never. I tried to tell my friends, like, oh, it's raining. Yeah, man, it's sprinkling. No. It actually was raining.
It was actually raining for once.
Man, yeah. So I went to one of my, well, not one of mine, but a showrunner of mine who, the showrunner for one of my shows. And so he had a party at his crib. And we just went out there and, kicked it for a minute.
Yeah, right on, man. It was nice.
How about you?
I worked a private party that was amazing.
I ain't get no invite.
I couldn't get no invite. I was bartending, man.
I ain't get no invite to do nothing. Like, damn.
I got, that was easy money. Just chilling. Just sitting around. A bunch of people got bread and made some money, went home, and that was it.
I love it.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah, I heard everybody bitching about the rain all damn day and night. It rained one day hard in here and the whole damn town almost shut down.
Listen, it's an inconvenience, all right? Because I could wear my good shoes any day of the week.
Right.
I ain't got to put on no galoshes. I ain't got to wear no boots. I ain't got to have a umbrella. But that what gets me, though. People out here actually have umbrellas.
Yes.
Like, what you got an umbrella for?
Yes.
It don't rain like that all the time. Like, what's wrong with you, man?
Right. You know anything about galoshes, Mark?
I do not.
I don't believe
You didn't have no snow boots growing up?
No. Well, yeah, of course.
Well, he probably had a mastermind plan for something, right?
No, I had boots, and I was in it snowed heavily in Detroit. I got stuck in that whole Southwest thing.
Oh yeah.
And we got back right before the New Year, but yeah, I brought some nice shoes there. Wore boots every single day. It was rain, snow, sleet,
I already know.
You name it.
I already know.
But what's galoshes? That's the brand.
Galoshes is like, well, I don't know if it's a proper name. I just know that's what my grandma and them call it. And so it's like a rain boots, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. It's rain and snow boots, like weather boots. So yeah. Oh man,
Galoshes. No, I never wanted no damn galoshes.
I ain't never worn none either. My feet just getting wet because I'm not putting no damn. Like everybody, I would see that would have galoshes on, where people who like were girls, like who would come to school with their galoshes. I saw one boy. His name was Milton.
Milton definitely had galoshes.
Milton had galoshes.
And he was kind of like, Darryl, why do you got plastic bags on your shoes?
Right.
Come on, now, protect them.
Because I was not getting my shoes messed up. Believe
man,
that.
I got a friend, man. He goes out and plays golf, and he tells me he puts one sock on, then he puts a plastic bag on, then another sock, and then he puts the golf shoe on. Like, is it that important to play golf? Like, it's not like you're playing competitively.
A plastic bag. Hold on. He put a sock on.
Plastic bag, then another sock on. Exactly.
I hope he wasn't a thief. You be hearing him coming in.
Is he in Vietnam? God damn! What are you trying to keep from getting?
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. The bigger thing is I wouldn't be out playing golf in the rain.
Oh no,
it's not that important to me.
But man, when them golfers, man.
Yeah, I know, but no, you don't want to play when it's raining. It's cold. You shake the ball. It's the worst feeling in the world.
One would argue that golfers are just as obsessed as those horse race bettors.
Oh my God.
There.
No doubt.
Okay, that's different though. Okay.
Joe, when was the last time you bet on some horses, Joe?
This morning. Had a nice little hit too. It was beautiful.
I'm gonna choke on my teeth.
It was a nice little hit.
I'm gonna choke on my teeth, dog.
Hey, at least I was honest about it this morning.
When last time you smoked crack? This morning?
Never smoked no crack. I don't know about Emrod though. Maybe that's how we got to the Mastermynd thing.
No comment.
That's that crack. I can
he's
look like
pleading the fifth over here.
You ever hear Chris Rock's bit about Krispy Kreme donuts?
Yes.
He's like, they so good. If they said there was some crack in it, you'd be like, I knew something was up.
Anyway.
So what are we going to start off with today? What you got?
Well, I think off top, I think is Hamlin.
Yeah.
I hate to start out on a sour note, but man, I've been watching football for a very long time, and I don't think I've ever in my lifetime seen like we seen an ambulance come onto the field.
Of course, we've seen all
injuries. I've never in my lifetime seen a guy have cardiac arrest on the field. And so, I mean, for one, I know the players will never be the same. I mean, even if you was in that stadium, you probably would not be the same. Hell, the nation, I don't think, will be the same. I think in the NFL,
especially on Monday night.
Oh yeah,
Monday night football, everyone saw it, and it just, I'm still kind of just, I couldn't believe what I saw.
I know you called me right after
we all got on the phone with that like 15, 20 minutes after it, and what's crazy too is we were talking earlier. Chuck Hughes, who played for the Lions back in 1971, he actually died on the field as a heart attack.
Oh wow!
And no, I mean you didn't have the outlets to go ahead and see this happen then, and I guess his wife saw the play and just was in shock.
I mean, I can imagine with Hamlin, his mother was there, and she rolled in. Can you imagine seeing your child, that happened to your child, and then having to go into the ambulance with them? That's crazy, man.
Well, Mike Vrabel said it best. I don't know if you saw the interview. He was talking about how, his mom was there, and these parents that watch their daughters and sons at events, they don't watch actual plays. They just watch their son or their daughter, and for her to be there and see that, it's just gut wrenching as a parent. It's the parents are, we know how important they are for sports and everything else.
Yeah. Did you guys have any moments like growing up in sports? I remember some of our like football, like varsity year and stuff like that. It was like, one of our friends, being on the team, obviously you guys are so closely knit, and then having some things like that. And I think that's as close as I can to relate to something like that is one of those times being on the field and then, or sidelines or even in the stands, and then having one of your friends or one of the other students of the school go down, and never to the point where they passed out or something like that, but like a concussion or like broke something or whatever, and seeing that their dreams slip away like that.
Yeah, I've never, from Pee-wee to junior high school, college, I've never seen, I've never had a teammate that was injured.
Oh, I had a couple ones, and one of them was kind of my fault. And this was my freshman year, and I was playing offensive tackle, and he was playing guard. And we were doing, and he was lined up on me, and I was a 5. So that basically means I'm going to push him down and come back to the outside and get the backer. And he was a big dude, man. This dude was a big-ass dude. He was probably like, 6'1", about 280 pounds, and I was about, I wasn't that big as a freshman. Pushed him down. He took out my boy, broke his whole compound down the ankle, broke the leg in 2 places. Damn. My mom made me bring him cookies. Because I felt bad. He put in the yearbook to this day about all that shit.
So it was your fault, meaning like.
Well, no, I just blocked him down, and
he blocked down.
They blocked down, but he didn't move quick. Whatever happened.
I thought you were gonna say like you missed the tackle or something.
Oh no, I just pushed. I blocked down. It was called a fan block back then.
Yeah, I know.
And so the thing is, I had that happen. Then our quarterback had a concussion our junior year.
Damn.
Went to a hospital.
Damn.
And
you played left tackle?
Yeah.
He was a right-handed quarterback?
Well.
Yeah, that's on you.
Well,
that's on you.
No, my junior year I was a center, so.
Oh, that ain't on you then?
No.
Okay.
No, not on the concussion. So
okay.
It is what it was crazy to see. That's why, I was talking about last night with some people too. What happened in the Bills game, come on, man, we're never going to see it. And Herm Edwards said it the best way too. He goes, they expect to have injuries after life, but to see someone have a cardiac arrest on the field, it was
you don't see nothing like that on a regular basis, man. No. And that's good. What's crazy to me, because it's like, remember back when you played football, like, we'll die for this. That's your brother. You play for your brother. Yeah. Now we're going to war, we're going to battle, but this, that's a reality that someone can die any given time while you're playing. You heard me? And that's the crazy thing to me.
And the reality is, you saw the emotions of all the players on both sides of the ball.
Shook. Them boys were spooked, man. Them boys were spooked the long way. And that's crazy because, like, again, we ain't never seen nothing like that. And it could be them, it could be anybody on that field at any given time, man. But my thing is that, like, I had like a lot of my friends who played pro ball. And like, you have to play for at least, I think now it's your 4th year. It used to be, I think it's your 4th year to get your pension.
Okay, right.
So now, but like, you have to play until your 4th year. Hamlin's only a 2nd year player.
Yeah.
Like, even the disability, they used to get like $5,600, I think, for disability now it gets, I think it's $3,000 now. I'm not really familiar with the numbers. I know there's some differences in the numbers from when like back in the day to now, but they're actually getting less now. And so I guess the point I'm trying to make is that you got like he's in the second year. He's young.
Yeah, he's very young.
Like he doesn't have a guaranteed contract. The boy making $826,000 this year. And I think he had a $126,000 bonus. So if they make it to playoffs or something, or if he finished the season,
those contracts. And see, that's why I think some of these contracts in all sports need to be guaranteed for some reason.
Especially with football, because think about it is that what if he don't play no more?
No, exactly.
Like what if we don't know what kind of state he's gonna be in? I don't want to speculate.
I mean, we saw some reports today. I think he's in critical but stable condition, so he's working out of it. And I know we talked a little bit last night too, and it's going to be a long recovery for him. It's not going to be real quick.
It's not overnight.
No.
So what does that process looks like?
Yeah.
And that was I saw the GoFundMe that he had for that toy drive.
Yeah, he's got like $4 million now.
It's currently at $6,700,000.
$6 million, bro.
So I think and they changed the verbiage in it. They said update because basically he was trying to raise $2,500, do a good thing or whatever, and now it's like the only place to go to if you do want to pitch in and help. Right. So it's for the toy drive and his whole movement forward, but also based on what's going on and helping him out as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully that'll offset some of that stuff.
I mean, but that's the thing. I mean, I pray to God that he has a full recovery. He can come back and play football if he wants. It's just that, man, like you have to protect. I mean, I would think that these players, like I think the owner of the Buffalo Bills, he's worth $2.6 billion. And I'm like, and he owns the Sabres as well.
Right.
And I'm like, listen, no hate to him, but I feel like these players, they put it on the line. They come from nothing already. Their families, 9 times out of 10, their families ain't got money like that. They are the American dream. They are the family dream. It's just like, so, like, guarantee these players contracts, man. Like, any given, like, look at, what's his name down in Tua? Tagovailoa, I don't know how to say his last name, Tagovailoa or something like that. But he played in Miami. Like he's on his second concussion for the season.
And he might not play, but then you bring that up, but then you see what the Raiders did to Derek Carr. The reason why they released him is because if he got hurt, they would owe him $31 million, and now they're off the hook.
Who got released?
No, they benched Derek Carr. He's gone.
What? You
didn't know that?
No, I mean, I thought he got hurt. I didn't know he got benched.
No, the reason why they benched him for the rest of the season is so they didn't have to pay so if he got hurt, they would have had to pay him $41 million.
Right.
But if they didn't take that chance, they're going to release him so they don't have to pay him.
But he don't have a guaranteed contract?
Well, he did. He got some of it this year, but he doesn't. He would get $41 million this year, or 23, and then he would get 6 and 24. That's the way the contract's made.
That's some cold.
No, it's dirty ass shit, bro.
That's some cold shit, bro. Wow, I did not know that.
No, I mean they're all those contracts are so fucked up. And then you look at baseball. What we just saw today, and then just fucking here, $330 million.
That's crazy, dog. I mean, listen. I mean, this doesn't happen every day when it comes to football.
No, it doesn't. But at the same time,
it's a real risk.
Exactly. There should be something in the contract that something like this happens, you get so much money for the rest of your life. Let's just face the facts.
And you know what? On the flip side of this happening, a lot of mothers is already not letting their kids play football.
No,
my nephew included. My nephew, like he's an all-star when it comes to soccer.
Right.
And I can only imagine what he would look like on a football field.
But the mom will happen. Yeah.
No,
it's all changed now. And
they probably lost at least a couple 100,000 kids playing football.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I brought this up before, but I mean, we talk about football as America's game. And we wonder why now the other countries didn't expand to it. It could be because of the concussions and the safety of the game. Because now they're so strong, they're so big, they're so fast. The game has changed so much, and the equipment has been better for them. But it's still.
Let me tell you something. I don't care. Listen, I had a partner who was 6'3", it was 240, ran a 4.47 40. That's a Mack truck. I don't care how much I don't care how you change the pads, how you change the helmets. That's a Mack truck coming in hitting you.
But that's the thing too, right? So if you have better equipment, theoretically that's less of a danger in the person that's coming in to tackle or whatever the case is. So I saw Joe and I have a mutual friend, Tom, who I saw how he, I think he did a video on it, but it was like, the what to do within the NFL. It's like the first year, go back to like just the one bar or something like that, and after that you go no face mask. After that you go back to the leather helmets. So even if you are a Mack truck, but you're not going to lead with your head, you're not going to do anything like that. So even if you're more protected, it almost makes the game more dangerous because you're more of like a weapon when you're kind of coming in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You guys ever seen a leather helmet?
I've never seen it, but I've seen it.
I seen one in person. It was crazy. It was. I still can't believe when I was a kid. Well, I told this before. My buddy's dad played on the '48 Michigan Championship, and he had his leather helmet, and everything. That it's nothing. Like there's no protection at all.
But that's why, like, if
but
you
the
play
hitting
backyard,
was different. Yeah, But it's so funny that we're having this conversation because I had an acting teacher I had, and he came from a football family and everything else, and he doesn't think there's going to be a game in 20 years.
I don't think it's going to be a game but this is the reason why I think it may be a game. It's not going to be the way it is though, because I feel like society is getting real feminine, and because of that, it's that you're going to have like even you take the whole Skip tweet. He would have got away with that saying that 15 years ago.
Right
now, everybody up in arms about it, and so that I think with society's coming more and more feminine, I think that you're going oh no, that's not. We can't believe you can't say that. You can't do this. We can't have that, and that's what's happening. So
the thing with Skip is that was the topping for the cake. I mean, he's such a bum in the shit. He's been on one for a while. I told you the whole thing about how he disrespected Shannon, and dude, Shannon's the man. And even today, what he said, he's just arrogant, man. He doesn't know where he is half the time, and he's older, So I mean, I think it's fun. I mean, I don't even know what to do with that.
Did Shannon back him up?
Oh, Shannon went off on him this morning.
But they were on. Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Shannon was pissed.
Yeah, he was pissed this morning. So I guess Shannon started his opening monologue
for the show, right?
For the show,
okay.
And then he brought up the tweet from Skip, and he was like, "I hope he would delete it," and then Skip interrupted him. It was like, "I'm not deleting the tweet." Like standing, he doubled down on this shit. But you know what? This is the thing, right? With Skip, right? Skip is from the older generation, and so I'm a man. I'll say what I want to say. I said it. I stand on it. But you can't have that now because just like I said, society is getting more feminine, more politically correct, and you can't get away with the things that you used to say then now. And so he's a part of the old guard, like old dog Russo.
I guess that's the way to put it. But you can't. I mean, it's Shannon Sharp, man.
Have some respect. You know what I'm
saying?
He's
Shannon, and I've talked about this before. It's Shannon Sharp. And this is coming from a Raider fan. He's in the top 10, 5 tight ends of all time. He's a Hall of Famer. And not only that, I love him on that show.
But also though, if you think about it from Shannon's perspective, like his brother.
Yes, his brother, yes.
His brother was in the same position.
Yes.
Well, he was,
and that's what he was trying to talk about in this whole thing today about how he was paralyzed. I remember that when I was a kid.
He was paralyzed
because Sterling used to wear that. He had on the back. He had I don't know if it was a lot. It was like he could take his helmet off so it wouldn't snap back.
It's a horse collar or something.
No,
like that?
It wasn't a horse collar. It was really strange when he.
It was a strange hit. Yeah, it was just strange. It was like this hit.
And Sterling was. It's just a disrespect.
If Sterling never would have got hurt, Sterling probably would have been maybe top 2 receiver in the top 3 in the league. Argument. Based off his numbers and production and all that. But so you can imagine the PTSD of Shannon Sharp seeing that. And so if I'm standing right across from you and we're about to debate, at the very least have some type of compassion towards like, hey man, this happened. This hit close to home to me. But I'm not changing the tweet, and get the fuck on, man.
No, I'm telling you, I can't fucking stand him. And I talked about this before. There's a few analysts that never played sports at the game that I do respect. I'm not going to go down the list, but I really do. But the ones I really like, coaches and players.
They're the best.
They're the best. Herm Edwards is one of the best because he's a passionate man. And he's a good man.
And he was actually good.
He was a good player. He was a good coach.
I don't know about good
coach, he's got good energy. But these other guys, like you said, when he's going to show respect for what happened?
Yeah.
We're talking about a human being playing a game.
Yeah.
And you want to sit here and be fucking arrogant like you're a know-it-all, and look at you.
Yeah, there's a time and a place to stand on your word.
Exactly.
This was not the time to stand on your word.
It's okay to be quiet. Not everybody needs to hear from you when something like this is going on.
I agree.
You know, just shut your mouth, shut your phone, and call it a day.
I agree.
And he'll probably say something different when they start taking contracts away. But actually, I will take it down.
Well, I also read that, and I don't want to even think this, but they thought it was a stunt for advertising for the show, which doesn't make any sense to me at all. Why would you want to do that with someone with their life on the line? Again, playing a game, you know?
Man, listen. What was up is down is up now. I don't know what is or what ain't. No,
we don't.
But at the end of the day, this whole conversation is about a guy who's 24.
24.
And he's in critical condition. And that's all that matters. Everything need to be.
At least he's in stable critical condition. He's going to make it out of this.
Yeah.
You know,
I pray to God.
I pray to God too, and I think we all have, and I think we all have the good vibes out there, and he will get through this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be the freakiest thing we've ever seen in our life, and it's going to change a lot of things. It's going to change a lot of outlooks, and like you just said, kids not playing football. It's already changed already.
So the kids in the ghetto are always going to play sports,
right?
Basketball, football, whatever, because at the end of the day, they don't have no choice. You know, this is their way out. This isn't the only way, but it's a way out. So the kids in the ghetto are always going to play. Of course, the players who family and is in their lineage to play ball, there's their legacy, they're going to play ball. But outside of that, there's a lot of parents who kids are playing more baseball. We're going back to baseball and going back to playing soccer. We're going to play soccer now.
Right.
Yeah, do you think which sport? So say football's gone. 10 years from now, football's gone.
Yeah.
What sport will take
soccer?
Yeah. Not rugby, not lacrosse.
No, rugby,
like
dude. Rugby. All rugby. I know people that played rugby. Rugby is just playing tackle football, no pads on.
Yeah. Is it? Would you say it's more safe or less?
No,
safe?
hell no. Have you ever hit? No, hell no. Have you ever hit? You know, we all played football in the streets or whatever. We all played street ball. We all played tackle football, no pads. You hit head to head with someone no helmet. Shit.
Yeah, you get your bell wrong.
That shit hurts, bro.
You get your bell wrong.
You get your bell. I mean, you get your bell wrong every way. But I mean, you remember playing the football in the street?
Also, though, but the hits in rugby is kind of different though, because I mean, you're not coming running from 20 yards.
There's not a lot of angles in it.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of angles in it. Yeah,
it's almost like when we play. Remember what's the game we used to play when it's like 21, but it's football. Whoever got the ball, you just hit them. Yeah. It's kind of like that.
I think I know the name, but you just don't want to say it. You know what it is? You know what it is?
Yeah, I know what it is. I'm not saying it either.
But
do you remember playing football in the street?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
That's like that. Ooh, you get some strawberries and raspberries playing that game.
So we have a study here. It says, conclusion: the data would suggest that rugby is indeed a more dangerous sport in the sense that a player is more likely to get hurt while playing. However, the severity of injury is likely higher in football, considering the nature of the collisions to be at a greater speed and with less control.
Yeah. Pretty much what we just said. So, yeah, man, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So,
well, let's just hope. I mean, I just want to see all positive come out of this. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
I don't care if they'd even play the game again. I mean, then and the other thing is, you're reading reports now too that the NFL talked about they stopped the game. From what I heard, it was the Bengals and the Bills, and someone was saying the NFL was telling the players you need to keep on warming up. What's going on? Bullshit. Let them do their thing. That's all family out there. All these leagues, it's a fraternity, and they all love each other. I mean, they're competitive, but you saw what was going on. People were, I mean, there's no way they should play. And not only that, they're probably gonna have to get some help after this, mentally, because you just see that, and you don't want to see that shit.
Just think about it. Just think if you are a receiver coming across the middle, a tight end coming across the middle. You mean to tell me you ain't gonna have no PTSD?
Yeah, hell no. Yeah.
But this is the thing though. This is how it's different this time. Those are normal plays that people make, and that you can potentially take a strong hit. Right. This is different because it was a regular ass play, and this boy went into cardiac arrest. I mean, of course, it's a freak accident.
It was a freak accident, but the thing is, there's been some medical analysis on this, and it basically, you got hit in the heart and it skipped, and that's what happened. That's what they're saying would happen.
Damn.
I mean, And then they revived him on the field, and then he had to revive him against the hospital. They worked on me for 8 minutes. I just couldn't imagine being a player watching someone getting CPR in the middle of the field and that's going on. It's just got to be heart wrenching.
Not a player. Your homeboy.
Your teammate. Your teammate. Yeah, you're right. Your friend. Yeah, your brother. Yeah, I mean,
the godfather of your child.
Yeah,
like
we can go on and on about it. It's just some important ass shit going on.
Or you see or it's your son.
Yeah.
Or it's your like come on, man. Like that's what makes it different though. But hey, prayers go out to Hamlin and his family.
Yes, absolutely.
I wish them all the best, and
he will pull through. I have a lot of confidence he will. I think he's a strong enough human being to do it, and he'll get through it.
Yeah.
And since we're on the subject, I mean, when we watched all these bowl games, and I talked to Mark quite a bit during the Michigan game. Again, now you have college football that can't get calls right.
Hold up. Yeah, I agree. But what
every damn about, game, bro,
what
it's something.
About, though?
Huh?
You gotta give me specificities, homie.
You saw the targeting at the end of the game. They didn't call.
Which one?
At the end of the game.
Talking about the Utah game?
No, I'm talking about the Michigan game.
Oh, the Michigan?
The USC game there, that was targeting for sure. They should have called. It's no consistency, but they robbed Michigan of that touchdown. He was in.
Yeah.
Or was it, so they called it a touchdown, then they brought it back.
And that's hard. That's hard to do.
Fumble goes, and it's like, was it inconclusive that?
No, that was
wasn't
a touchdown.
it?
No, that was a touchdown.
So it was a touchdown. Yeah. So after that, the rest of the game, everything changed. But then they came back, and then the targeting call at the end, which was the fact that it even happened. But it's like either get it right, be consistent, or what? Like, what are you gonna like?
Yeah.
After they were reviewing it, the sportscasters they called in their ref, right, that tells them what he would do.
Oh yeah, it's about the color commentary.
Yeah, and then they were like, and then he was like, oh yeah, this is targeting, and then they came out like, no targeting. It's like, okay. We see what's going on.
I mean, it's just starting to ruin all the games because it doesn't matter if it's NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, college football. They see what happens, it gets reviewed, and nothing happens. I mean, it's.
Well, I mean, I think I'm 50-50 on it. I think I've seen certain hits where it seems like, okay, it's clear as day, that's targeting. Then you have some where there's for whatever reason the player's starting to already go down or or whatever. I just don't like. There's some clear cut ones, but there's some where it just can be, it's up to interpretation. And I think that's where I think it needs to be more of a cleaner definition of like what is and what ain't, because now it's starting to get kind of convoluted again.
Yeah, of course.
No,
and it's just, I mean, the Rams, when the Rams played last Monday night, I forgot who they played, they threw someone out of the Rams game.
Yeah. And I think, but ultimately,
you haven't even seen that very much in the NFL.
Yeah, because you see it more in college.
Yeah, you see it in college all the time. Yeah.
But I think you're gonna see more of that just so they can show face and say that hey, like we're doing our part. We know we're trying to make it this, we're trying to make it that. But at the end of the day, I hate to say it, but it's kind of borderline barbaric. Like we're watching players go into an arena,
right? Because we're at the point now when it was going on with James Harrison when they changed the rules and he was getting the fines, he was still in that old mentality how to hit. Now we've gotten to a point where they've taught letter at the younger levels to get where they're at. It shouldn't happen as much, but it still does because it's a fast and it's a violent game.
It's crazy because as we know what this game is, I love football.
I love it too.
I love it to death. But at the end of the day, but the players know the risk. And, everyone knows what it is. But now, I guess, like I said, times are changing. Yep. This ain't the 70s no more. This ain't the 60s no more. No. And you could get away with that then, but you can't get away with that now.
Man, if you watch football back in the day, some of those guys, they'd be playing for free. I mean, they basically did anyways with the contracts they were back then anyways. But, I mean, could you imagine now? Shit.
Yeah. So it's, Americans have to deal with themselves. They have to understand and say, what do we want?
Right.
What do we value? At the end of the day, these guys, they got to deal with themselves and be like, hey, this is the type of entertainment that we like to watch. And, this is still coming from people who like to watch everything under the sun on television.
So you think Messi's going to come to the MLS and change the game? We'll go out with football, go back into football? Messi comes in, we're just going to have to get behind it.
There he is, Mastermynd Mark, just throwing a fucking
it's like when it's like when Beckham came.
Yeah,
but it was a little too late in his career for But I think now with the severity of football and soccer coming in, Messi coming in, you could really get a whole nation behind that. I think.
But can you imagine the best athletes in football went to go play soccer?
Well, no, that just the best athletes in general. I mean, we can talk about basketball players.
Yeah.
Baseball players.
Keep Allen Iverson playing soccer.
What about Kobe?
playing soccer.
What about Kobe?
Kobe. Westbrook. D Rose. Man, y'all ain't seeing these boys, man. You got what's his name with Miami? Cheetah. Man, you can imagine Cheetah playing soccer.
Hell,
wasn't Nash a big? Steve Nash a big?
But you know what's so funny when you watch World Cup? There were some teams. I think it was the Netherlands. They had some dudes out there like 6'3", 6'4". That were gazelles, just huge.
Yeah,
you know. I mean, I think it's more likely that in the next 20 years the U.S. will win a World Cup because I think it's going to go that way to get the athletes.
But I think the U.S. is already on that trajectory now. They understand and the world is doing laps around us now, and they need to go get those athletes. You give these athletes incentives to come and play, or even go into the hood. Go into the hood and get these players. So
well, that's what they do in a lot of other countries.
And what they do in every country outside of the U.S. Hey, so what you think? France going to do? France got all them kids from the Cameroon, Benin, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire. I can keep going. Senegal.
For sure.
That's come on, man.
No, I got you on that for sure. Look at Brazil. Brazil, they start when they're this big to get on the World Cup team. That's why it's the world sport.
Yeah, man. So.
Actually, I think we're gonna go watch a game here soon. All of us will go to a soccer game this year.
That's cool. I go to them in Atlanta all the time.
Well, I got a little hookup hopefully, so we can.
A word?
Yeah. We'll talk off camera about it. I just gotta make a call.
You know David Beckham?
I know someone that knows somebody that knows a guy that knows a guy.
Well, he gotta say in the accent though.
I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a thing or two about a thing or two.
You don't have a tea.
No, you good. Tea's gone, thank God.
Oh, I need to get some more. Hold on. Oh, man. But, yeah, man. What else going on? What's going on? Oh, Donovan Mitchell.
71.
Ooh.
71.
He say he arrived, baby.
71. Can you imagine that?
71 points.
I mean, no one's going to ever beat Wilt. Game's changed too much.
Nah. I mean, but shit, the last time somebody scored that many points.
It's Kobe.
Kobe when he scored 81.
81.
And they went do 2 overtimes.
Yeah.
The boy, he went to the line I think he shot like 25 free throws.
25 free
shot
throws.
7 of 12 from 3.
Thank God Shaq wasn't at the line. And I love Shaq,
about it, though.
but whatever.
Just think about every time Shaq scored like 50 points.
Yeah.
Just think if he could shoot free throws. He would score 70-some points.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me, man.
No, it is crazy to me. And I have a lot of love for, Shaq is the man. He does so much for people in the community. But, he didn't, all he had to do is practice. He had that problem at LSU.
Practice?
That's why I did it.
Practice?
That's why I had to say it, bro.
You talking about practice?
That's why I had to say it. I want to see you run with it right now.
It's about the MVP of the league. You want to talk about practice? Not the game. Not the game. Practice?
And you know what? Some of these youngsters out here might not even know what we're talking about. That's probably going to be the biggest quote of all time.
They don't know. That and Jim Mora.
Yes.
Playoffs.
Actually, the one I like the best, I just wrestled from. We play to win the game.
No, this is one of my favorite ones. They are who we thought they were.
Hey,
Denny Green.
Remember when Coors Light was doing those commercials, right?
Dan.
Our boy Dan was one of the Coors Light guys.
Yeah.
And he was on that. He was contracted to be that for Coors Light. Couldn't drink anything else, but he was contracted from Coors Light for those commercials for years. So the ones where it was they are who we thought they were. He's like, they are who they. Well, who are they?
Who are they then? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until I think randomly in class. I think Aaron said. I looked back at Dan. I was like,
yeah,
you part of my childhood, dog.
I think he was in Chicago when he got that. When he was.
But see, the thing is,
that's crazy.
Those quotes were said so many years ago. Now you see these press conferences. They can't say shit like that. Like the moral one was the playoffs. I mean, that shit was so funny because they knew.
Was he with the Saints or with the Colts?
It was the Saints. It was the Saints.
Man.
Playoffs.
We had some terrible teams back then.
But you have to love his honesty.
The playoffs. The playoffs.
It's like Iris and all of them. You know, the shit's funny as shit to me.
Oh, Sports Center was a delight. We used to wake up in the morning and just see all of the takes of everything in the morning.
It was amazing.
And then you go to school to talk about all your friends and shit.
Watch Sports Center once or twice before you go to school because it just
it was on the big loop. It's still on a loop.
Yeah, then you come home and you watch
the afternoon.
Part of the interruption.
Yeah.
And then what was the other one? It's still going on probably now.
Yeah, it's still going.
But yeah, I used to come and watch it every day.
All that, man.
Well, the thing about it is you have PTI, you have Around the Horn, and then there's another one. They talk about the same shit, all three of them.
Yeah. But by the end of the day, you're an expert.
You're an expert. You know everything that has gone on in sports. I'm talking about from hockey, baseball, basketball, every sport. You heard me? Oh man, the days, man, the days. But the difference is though, back in our day, oh Lord, back in our day? Shit, I ain't never said it before in my life.
I'm the oldest one in this room right now. He's saying this shit. So,
but we know Ace is running the same sports center back in the day. Now they have it's a brand new because it'd be new news come in, and so it's not the same one to after like 10 and I think 10 p.m. is when they start running on the loop though. But
yeah, who's your favorite Sports Center guy? Stuart Scott. That was my guy.
Stuart, my dude, man.
Who do you think was the best?
Dan Patrick.
I love Dan Patrick.
I like Stu though too. I mean, there wasn't anybody on ESPN I disliked.
I like Chris Oldman back in the day. I like Chris. I don't know why, but he was a cool dude. But Stuart Scott, man, he made it more cool.
Yeah, with all of his different sayings. Cooler than the other side of the pillow, all that shit.
I would argue the same way that Iverson added some much needed flavor to the NBA.
Right.
Stewart added that to color commentary in sports, and it's never been the same because now everybody does it now in sports. Especially on SportsCenter. I'm
telling you, who I really enjoy watching. Actually, Scott Van Pelt and Ryan Clark, when this all went down on Monday night, the way they articulate everything was amazing. I know they had time. It doesn't matter. Like Ryan Clark, to me.
LSU?
Yeah. Okay, LSU. But he was a great player, but he's so articulate and so passionate when he talks now. He does such a great job. I mean, he's got a podcast, too, with
The Pivot.
Yeah, he's got Chicken Wing.
Fred Jackson,
because they call him Chicken Wing. Fred Taylor.
Oh, Fred Taylor.
Yeah, and I mean, I enjoy watching him, and dude, he's so inspirational when he speaks. It's unbelievable.
Well, you do know that Ryan Clark also was in that same position.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's like he's actually been there, not knowing how things or what was going to happen. Because I remember Coach Tomlin didn't even play him the last 3 or 4 games just out of fear. And I think he held him back purposely, you just focus on getting better. But I remember when that happened live, I was watching that game when he got hurt. So, but that's why.
She just brought the Steelers. Isn't it amazing they only have had 3 coaches?
It's the franchise, man. And my best friend.
You know the 3 coaches they had? Nope. You do, don't you?
I know the one before him.
I know one.
You don't know the one before that? Chuck Noll.
Oh, Chuck Noll.
Why you telling him? Come on, man! I knew the shit.
My best friend father used to coach with Chuck Noll.
Really? Well, don't you think that's amazing?
I used more team.
3 of them. There's been 3 coaches in that franchise.
But that's also why that franchise is one of the most winningest.
Yeah, Tomlin, that guy's a beast.
He's a class act, man.
Oh yeah, I love Tomlin.
I like him. I like the coolest thing. Remember when I think this happened in week 2 or week 3 when Tomlin bought them some black Air Forces. That shit was so cool to me, man. I say, hey, he said he wants them boys to go out there and go run a cape on these boys. He like, we got to go stomp on somebody right now. You
know what's funny about the Air Forces though, man? They don't fit. I don't fit well in those. That's why I gotta get J's.
What's that? Well, you got wide feet?
No, I just said it does something why they don't fit well. The J's fit me perfect.
I don't know. I mean, every shoe is different for me. I wear a different size in damn near every shoe.
Do you? I'm not in J's. J's I can do a 13 or 14. It depends how bad I want it.
Cap.
Otherwise, you what? You
size 17, Cletus. I need size 17.
He's like, I wear size 14 in Jordans, but everything else is size 6.
And that's why he said it though. Yeah, I wear size 13, 14.
13, 14, it depends.
Depends on what? Which foot?
Yeah, sometimes I got one foot bigger than the other one, but hey, we all do. Fucking talking some shit today. I love this. Fuck. How can you not be happy? I tell everybody, when you ain't laughing, you ain't living in this world.
Let me tell you something. I have a rule, man, and this is a whole other subject, but I have a rule where when I go places, if I don't see enough people smiling, I'll leave.
Hell yeah.
Because, I mean, I've been in places where, maybe in the hood or whatever, you go to these certain spots and clubs and ain't nobody smiling. I ain't know where I need to be at. Because that's how I know, they unhappy. Oh, they miserable. Oh, they looking, they'll do me in right now. You heard me? I don't do that.
No. You got to be around positive. You got to find that positive energy all the time. And that's the truth. That's how I roll now. You got to laugh. If you ain't laughing, you ain't fucking living. And I love to laugh.
Yeah, man. The vibration.
I know I talk a lot of shit and have fun, but that's about laughing. And yeah, that's how I roll now. So that's where all my growth and positivity has come from the last 3 years. And even last night, I had to drop it on a few women, and they just looked at me like I was like crazy. Like P, when we were hanging out with P and Ill, talking about compadres, and he had these two girls talking about, they were being a little off, and Lance is talking his shit to me on the corner. I'm not gonna tell you what he said on camera. The shit was funny as fuck though. And then I walked out, I go, and they look at me and go, you haven't watched compadres? You can watch right now. If you ain't laughing, you ain't fucking living.
Yeah.
They looked at me like I robbed, like I just stole something.
Yeah, well, everybody happy like that. Everybody ain't happy like that, man. But hey, let them people stay over there.
Oh, hell yeah.
We gonna smile, we gonna laugh, we gonna enjoy.
That's the only way to do it, man. Fuck all that negativity shit.
Absolutely. So yeah,
let's go and sign this off, man.
I believe the children.
Oh wow, look at this. Now he's gonna start singing. The man is he's the mastermind behind the mastermind. Is that what's really going on?
That's right.
Hey,
That's
man.
Right, man. He's the professor. See that P right there? That's the professor.
For primitive.
I thought I stood for player.
What's the difference?
You guys are fucking killing me.
Game.
The professor of the game.
Bro. Anyway, man, listen.
Player from the, what did he used to say? Teddy used to say?
Teddy used to say player from the Himalayas.
Player from the Himalayas.
Player from the Himalayas.
Anyway, man. Hey, thank y'all for checking us out, man. I'm Darryl Blalock. You can find me on Instagram at Darryl Blalock Jr., on Facebook at Darryl Blalock, and on Twitter as CountryBoy24. You heard me?
He's like talking like Apollo again in Rocky IV with all his nicknames. I'm Joe Rosati. Rosati and his find me on the G. We good.
Don't try to make it like it's all simple.
No, I had to because Mark got on me. No, Mark did this to me. He can't be doing da 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 da.
No, Joe started the show saying, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm
and then Mark
Big
roasted
Joe,
me for
AKA Joe Rosati, AKA Rosati and his AKA. I'm like, hey man, you can't AKA too many guys, man.
And now you sound like Apollo and Rocky IV with all the nicknames.
It's all good.
That's a good compliment.
You just called Instagram the G. You just called Instagram.
IG.
Oh, you said on the G.
I said IG.
On the G, like on the gram. It's all good, man. All right, y'all. It's Mastermind Sports.
We'll
Stop, drop,
see you
and
next
listen.
week.
Peace.
Peace.